that he has taught his girls on these moves. You can see she does a blind change there through to a straddle front. She's way above the bar. She traverses to the lower bar. The judges need to see elements on both the high bar and the low bar. And look at the power as she comes across the top on that giant. A little sloppy form in the air, actually, on that tuck double. That's probably the only deduction in the whole exercise.
The score for Wendy Bruce, she wins uneven parallel bars, 9.85. I'm sorry, she trails by 9.875 to Brandy Johnson. She's in second.
These guys could use padding.
Ah, this looks great. And these guys could use sideline.
Wendy Bruce has 19.675, so close to Brandy Johnson, our leader, with 19.775. Again, Brandy Johnson did win the uneven parallel bars by just a fraction over Wendy Bruce. And, of course, Lisa Panzironi had difficulty and now must really stay on the beam and hope that either Wendy or Brandy makes a mistake if she's to climb at all in these standings.
In the first round of this competition, Lisa had a 9.6 on the beam. She had a 9.3 in the semis. And what a start tonight. A round off, layout on, and that was perfect.
Good for her for coming back after that trouble on unevens.
Boy, she seems so aggressive and so tough right now.
She seems determined. I think she's mad at herself.
The judges are looking for acro series like this. Back handspring, layout, nice. They need to see gymnastics elements like that. Side straddle leap. Here's a pretty handstand, a stag handstand out on the end, and she lowers to a semi-plunge position. It's a great deal of strength. There's a series of leaps. Here's the dismount, should be a double back. Nice job.
And she should be proud of herself. What a comeback for Lisa Panzironi. John Holman giving her a well-deserved hug.
You could tell right from the start that she was aggressive and determined on this routine. This is a big-time mount. Round off, layout on. Can't get any better than that. Her acro series was the back handspring to the layout. She was very quick, very assertive. Even though she was just a little short of rotation, she pulled it up very quickly. And she finished with a big double back. Round off. Good stretch and nice toe point in the air. Tuck double back.
This shows a lot.
Score on the balance beam for Lisa Panzironi, the best that she's done in this competition, 9.675. Wendy Bruce is up next. She struggled a little bit in the first round with a 9.375, but did very well in the semifinals with a 9.6.
Gymnastics in Altamont Springs, Florida. This again, Wendy Bruce.
Wendy has a really interesting mount. Watch what she's going to do. Shoulder stand, and then she pirouettes and continues on around. Nice work. In fact, we've seen U.S. team member Phoebe Mills do that similar sequence, and that's what helped win her the bronze medal in the Seoul Olympics last fall.
Phoebe Mills did not compete in this event. She is in France, competing in an international meet.
Here comes an acro series. Back handspring, layout, nice. You only have to do 2 elements in a row in the acro series, and yet it's really implied, and certainly the judges would like to see the gymnast attempt 3 acro elements in a row to show an increased level of difficulty. certainly for the international level, that is what the judges were looking for.
You're probably wondering how the judges keep track of all this. At the scoring table, there's a scientific technical coordinator, and that person just counts up difficulty. They do not hand a score. They just make like a checklist type of mark.
Whoa. Good fight on that front flip.
And then they hand the head judge the information as to whether or not something is missing. And, of course, at this caliber, things are not missing unless, of course, they fall off.
Well, she backs up all the way to the back edge of the beam for this tuck double. Nice, good power.
Uses every bit of the runway for that dismount. Wendy Bruce.
Here's the series of 3 elements. It's back handspring, step in, back handspring, step in, right to a layout. Nothing to it. She had a little trouble on this front flip. This is a very difficult move. It's a punch with 2 feet to a front flip. She was just a hair low, but she did a good job in allowing only a minor deduction. But boy, what power on this tuck double. She is up and over, finishes it very easily.
And the score for Wendy Bruce is 9.525. Lisa Panzironi had a 9.675. And now you're looking at Brandy Johnson. She is our smallest competitor at 4 feet 11 inches tall.
Gymnastics, 15-year-old Brandy Johnson.
Wendy Bruce is 5'1". Lisa Panzironi is 5'3".
Oh, she was in trouble there and she stayed on.
Sure saved that. She was over the beam. I don't know how she pulled it back.
That was a move called a Diamondov. It's just like the element that the men do on parallel bars. And I'm amazed that she hung on the beam. She did a gymnastics series, those split leaps, and she's setting up here for the aggro series. Back handspring, layout. Wow, so easy. There's the full turn. The judges need to see that as well. Here comes the front. Good job. Same move that we saw Wendy Bruce have a little trouble on. But you can see where Brandy's power takes over. Watch this layout. Swing through layout.
That was perfect.
And a very nice side straddle leap. Here's the double back, tuck double. Wow. What a landing.
Good job by Brandy Johnson. Score she wants to beat is 9.675. She's happy.
Let's see if we can see how out of line she was on this move. That's a full turn there. She's way arched and way out of line. She comes in totally from the side, and yet she gave away very few deduction points because she covered so well and continued. Back handspring layout. So high, so clean. And of course, the tuck double back is so powerful. Very few people have this much time in the air to spot the landing as she's doing there and nail it.
I almost wonder if on that first part where she had the trouble, if she was supposed to be facing the other way and improvised a little bit there. 9.825. Brandy Johnson wins the balance beam over Lisa Panzironi. The 1989 U.S. Gymnastics Challenge, and it is a very, very close battle for first place between Brandy Johnson and Wendy Bruce. Only 0.4 of a point separates first from second place. Lisa Panzironi, after her difficulty on the uneven parallel bars, well, she's still trailing in third place. But now it is time for the showcase of women's gymnastics, the floor exercise event, and Wendy Bruce will compete first, followed by Brandy Johnson and Lisa Panzironi.
Leandra, as we mentioned at the top of the show, all three of these girls are incredibly powerful and fun to watch because they do a lot of difficulty and have really dynamic routines. Her opening run will be a full twisting double. Easy. Oh, I think she stepped out of bounds. Yep. She'll lose a tenth of a point.
Up next. She's encouraging her. You saw her yell to Wendy Bruce.
Nice tuck double, second pass.
Remember, these two ladies are teammates, but tonight they're against each other.
Judges are looking for 3 different acrobatic series. Here's her third, her last tumbling run. Double full.
Wendy Bruce completes her performance at the 1989 U.S. Gymnastics Challenge.
Kevin Brown does such a good job with his girls in terms of conditioning. I was talking with him today. They do conditioning every day. Some days they stress lower body conditioning. Some days it's upper body. But they never miss a day of conditioning. And that's why his girls are so powerful. Her last tumbling run was a double full. She opened with a full in, did a tuck double back her second run, and she finished with a clean double full here. No problem.
And had plenty of room to spare. The score for Wendy Bruce, 9.65. And all she can do now is wait and watch.
Well, if she's waiting for Brandy Johnson to make a mistake, chances aren't too good because Brandy is so exciting on the floor exercise and so solid.
Actually, you could say that about her on any event.
National team, we welcome back Brandy Johnson.
She's been exciting. She's been solid.
She hasn't always been that way. She's always been so great on floor and vault, but a little inconsistent on bars and beam. But now that she has the consistency, she's tough to beat. And what a fun routine to watch. She'll open with a full-in pike. Beautiful leap series. One of the things the judges are looking for, a 3-element gymnastics series.
And look at Wendy cheering Brandy on.
Whip, whip, flip-flop, tuck double. Just so easy for her.
Well, all she needs is a 9.27, and I'm sure she's going to get that unless something major happens between now and the end.
She has to get by this last tuck double back, but I don't see that being a problem. She never has a problem with power. Look at the lift on that tuck double.
It's hers. Brandy Johnson